let me explain what I'm doing in this garden. Last time I was down here detecting on one of my permissions, I was speaking to a lady who lives just there, and she said that while her husband was cutting this holly hedge, he lost his wedding ring. So I'm having a look for the wedding ring. Now I've just been digging in the border down there, and I've just found this. It's close, but it's not a ring, it's just a piece of copper pipe. So that's what we're doing here today. So I'll do a couple of sweeps down that side and see if we can find anything. So I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Well, it has to be said, boys and girls, I'm not finding an awful lot, and I've certainly not found a gold ring yet. But just down there is what I think is just a lead bag seal, probably off an old fertiliser bag. I don't know how old it is. I haven't found one of these for quite a long time, but that's what it is, lead bag seal. See you in a bit. Well, next target, my good friends, it's just there. It's just a piece of lead, that's all. No markings on it or anything like that, just a piece of scrap lead. Okay, we'll plod on. Well, boys and girls, I've moved on to the outside of the property now, on the actual lane itself. It goes down in that direction with the big holly hedge at the side of me just there. So I've been doing some fertling around down here. We've got another signal down there. You can see it just there. I don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. It might be off an engine or a tractor or something. It reminds me of something that you might see on a traction engine or something like that. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. Thank you very much. See you in a bit. Right, boys and girls, I'm just fertling about in this hedgerow just here, that's just outside the lady's property. I've got a signal down there. I don't know if you can see that down there. I don't know what it is, but let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get some mud out of it. Oh, it's one of those things off a horse. I think they call them rosettes or something like that. I've never dug one up before, I've only seen pictures of them, but I'm fairly sure that's what it is. That looks as though it's made out of copper. I don't think it's very old. Might be 1900s, early 1900s, I'm not sure. But it's a nice find. It'll clean up really well, that. Little adornment off a horse, I think. Yeah, it's quite pretty, that. I like that. Hey, catch you later. Well, look at this, boys and girls. I've moved out of the lane. I've stopped looking for that ring because on the outside of her property, where the lane is just there, all I'm finding is tin cans. So I've moved into this farmer's field here. I've just dug this plug out here, and it looks as though I've found a watch. You see it just there? Ah. I don't. Doesn't look as though there's much left of it, but it's a nice little find. It's not very old, but there you go. Pop it in the bag. Thank you very much. Right, my good friends, we've got another signal down here somewhere, so we'll see if we can find it with the old pinpoint probe. It's not in that, I know it's not, it's down here somewhere. Aha, here we are. Sorry, worm. Shrapnel. That's a piece of shrapnel from an anti-aircraft shell. They used to have a lot of anti-aircraft batteries around here during the war, so that'll be a piece of the shrapnel that's just fell back down to earth. But it's a nice little historic find. See you in a bit. Right, my good friends, I've had enough today. I've been out a couple of hours, spent most of that time looking for the gold ring with obviously not much success. So we'll just quickly go through what we've found today. Right, that's just a piece of scrap lead. That is more scrap lead. That is more scrap lead. And then we found that little fertiliser bag seal. I don't know, might be from the early 1900s, not entirely sure. That was the first thing we found when we were looking for the ring, and it's a copper ring. And then we found this strange thing here, which I don't know what it is, probably off an engine or something like that, not entirely sure. Piece of shrapnel from the Second World War, from a anti-aircraft gun. That's that. And then when I got fed up of looking for the gold ring outside the lady's property, this was the only decent thing I found in the hedge outside her house, which is one of those rosette. It's like a horse brass fastened on just there. Quite decorative, made out of copper. In fact, that's probably the best thing I've found all day. Anyway, that was that. And then I dug this watch up, or what's left of the watch anyway. It must have been quite an expensive watch to start with, because it's shockproof, waterproof, dustproof and everything proof. I've tried to get a maker's name off the front, but I can't see anything because it's too far gone. But that's the roundup for today, boys and girls. So it's round about lunchtime now. I'm stood in the shade because it's nearly 30 degrees again, and I've just had enough. So I'll see you all on the next dig, my friends, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.